Patriots face off against the Texans at 3 p.m. Eastern Time today, and this is going to be a really interesting game. The Texans, best scoring defense in the AFC, and also the second best in the entire league, just behind the Seattle Seahawks. Texans at 17.35 points per game for the opponents. This is a very strong team Patriots are going against. It's going to be close. The Texans also have the best total defense in terms of yards per game, so this is a very solid squad, but Patriots looked very good against the Chargers. May was really incredible, even if he didn't light up the stat sheet per se. He did have 10 rushes for 66 yards. Also, Ramondre Stevenson, he looked good. He's done solid here and there. He's looked really good against Miami. I think Stevenson is going to have a good game. But this Texans defense, the thing about them is they both defend the run and the pass very well. So the Patriots are going to have to be very good off the play action. Maybe fake it to Stevenson here and there. Start out trying to establish the run. Then if that doesn't work, go for some deep shot to Kayshon Boutte potentially. I also think Christian Gonzalez is going to be able to shut down Nico Collins. Nico Collins, he had a monster year. He was incredible, but Gonzalez, he can compete with the best of them. In that Chargers game, the Chargers' leading receiver was Ladd McConkey, 3 receptions, 32 yards. If he's the leading guy on a team like the Chargers, who have a very deep receiving core, McConkey, Johnston, so many other guys. They have Gadsden, their tight end, as well. Keenan Allen, you throw him in there as well. And that also shows how Patriots, depth-wise, they can defend against a strong receiving core. Christian Kirk, speaking of receivers, he did have a big game. 8 catches, 144 yards, along with 46, a touchdown, and that's coming off 9 targets. So somebody is going to really have to step up to guard Christian Kirk. I think the Patriots can do it, though, because their secondary played so well against the Chargers. They're going to be able to compete with the Texans as well. The Texans shut down the Steelers' running game in their last game and their passing game. Aaron Rodgers was 17 of 33, 146 yards, 1 pick, 4 sacks, had a quarterback rating of 50.8. Drake Mason can do better than that, and he showed that because in the game against the Chargers, May threw the interception early in the game, but then he was resilient, stepped up. Maybe he didn't blow up the stat sheet, have the craziest numbers, but he did solid. 17 of 29, 268 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 86.6 rating, so that's serviceable. And the Patriots offense, when you look at their points per game, 28.11, including that game against the Chargers. Their defense is also really good. 17.94 points per game against. That's just barely worse than the Texans. People underrate the Patriots defense. They always talk about Drake May, but this defense is quite solid. They completely shut down the Chargers, the running game and the passing game. Looked like Houston out there. This is going to be a good game. The Texans, though, their running game, Patriots are going to have to shut that down as well. Woody Marks had his best game of the season against Pittsburgh. 19 carries, 112 yards, and a touchdown along with 20. Nick Chubb also looked solid. 10 carries, 48 yards in that game. And the Patriots are going to have to just not turn the football over. They're going to have to play fundamentally sound football. I think they'll be able to do it. But in that Steelers game, the 2 defensive touchdowns for Houston, they scored 23 of their 30 points in the fourth quarter. It was 7-6 going into that quarter. It was very close, and then they pulled ahead. Those 2 defensive touchdowns. Will Anderson forcing a fumble, returned by the big man Sheldon Rankins on the defensive line, taken to the end zone, and then the interception by Caleb Bullock, a 50-yard pick 6. But this Patriots team, they can compete with some solid squads. Yes, they had a weak schedule, 100%. They had the weakest schedule in the league. Not saying that they didn't, but they're 13-1 in their last 14. Ever since that disastrous game against the Steelers, they really shored things up. And in that Pittsburgh game, I had a feeling that this squad had something because they outplayed Pittsburgh so much, and then they just had the 5 turnovers. If it wasn't for that, would have won that game big. But 13-1 in their last 14. That includes a win against the Bills, a win against the Buccaneers, and maybe they ended 8-9. But at the time, Tampa Bay was 6-2 Patriots also beat the Falcons, who were awfully competitive. That team beat the Bills prior to that game. They also beat the Ravens when Lamar Jackson was starting. Even though he came out of the game, that Ravens team is awfully competitive. They're one of those teams that, even if they don't have the best record, they don't look the best, they're always dangerous. Lamar Jackson and that squad. Derrick Henry had a big game there, but the Patriots were able to come back. And again, the Patriots shutting down the Chargers. This team can compete with good teams. In the game for the Chargers, Justin Herbert, he was their leading rusher. 10 carries, 57 yards. Running game-wise, Chargers struggled. Kamani Vidal was the second best rushing leader for them. Only 11 carries, 31 yards. So this is going to be a low-scoring game between the two sides. Patriots and Texans at Gillette Stadium starting up soon. I think the Patriots are going to win this game 17-13. It'll be close. Maybe Drake May with a game-winning drive. You never know. It's going to be a close, hard-fought defensive slugfest. And I saw something, forget exactly what ESPN show it was on, but everybody on an ESPN panel said the Texans were going to win. Patriots are going to get it done 17-13.